Do you know there's certain questions you should ask a Vault Cashier when you're hiring them? Stay to the end of the video and I'm going to share with you what one of those are. Hi, I'm Phil from the ATM Mastermind Group page, and we help hundreds of aspiring ATM business owners go from 0 ATMs to ATM Business Pro in as little as 30 days. Alright, so I see a lot of people always asking about a vaulter. What do I do? How do I do it? What questions do I ask? So I thought we'd make this video in honor of all those questions that I see in the chats from time to time. Alright, so one of the number one questions I see is, hey, I was thinking about getting a vaulter. Where do I find them? So there are Vault Cash companies that do specialize in hiring vaulters. They keep those people very close to the vest. They don't share those people with anybody. So you can post that you're looking for a vaulter. Some of those companies will reach out to you and say where you're at. But one of the things that they're always looking for is they want to know transaction count. So before you get a vaulter, you better have a certain number of transactions. Those transactions are going to be in excess of 100 transactions a month or more before those companies will vault your ATM. So if you don't have that, or you're just starting out in a situation, maybe what you want to do is you want to post in the group where you're located and then see if anybody is interested in vaulting your ATM. Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises, and we're here to just let you guys know that we also sell wireless devices in case you guys need a wireless device, and we also sell parts in case you guys need any parts for your ATMs. We also offer processing, so if you're buying an ATM from us, we can offer processing, or you bought an ATM from somebody else and now you want to change, you want to process with somebody else, we can also offer processing for you guys. If you just want to mention a promo code, which is 2023, we're going to take an additional $50 off if you order an ATM. And with this special, we're also going to offer $50 off for any new ATM sales. Just mention the promo code 2023 and we'll take an additional $50 off our regular price of the ATMs. So just want to let you guys know that we appreciate any and all your business, and thank you guys for being part of the ATM Mastermind Group, and thank you for being part of the PDQ family. Point number 2 is, okay, Phil, I have 100 transactions or more, or I contacted somebody, how much do I pay them? Well, right now the rule of thumb is going to be $1 because it used to be 75 cents to $1.25. Now it's moved up because of gas prices. So we're looking at about $1 to $1.25 per transaction that you're going to have to pay a vaulter to vault your ATM. So if you're thinking about starting your own profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will share with you our checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, the 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success. You can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. Point number 3, who are these Vault Cashiers? Is it a professional company? Is it a vault cashing company? Who are these? Most of the time, just so you guys know, they're people just like you who have a little route or they have a big route, and they're going to weave in vault cashing your ATM into their route. They're already in the neighborhood, they're in the locations, and so now it's not too much to ask them just to throw in another ATM into their route because they're already there. If it becomes where they have to go out of the area, then it becomes more costly, and if they're going to do it at all. But if it's inside of their, let's call it route area, this is just no-brainer for them. They can pick up some extra money and they're already there. So it's usually just a company just like you have, and they're going to weave in your ATM business into their route. Point number 4, what's their responsibilities? All right, so their responsibilities for the most part, and you should define that, put an agreement between you and them, but usually their responsibilities are filling your ATM, making sure that there's paper, but you're going to provide the paper, and make sure that the ATM is up and running in case of paper jams, bill jams, or communication errors. Anything after that is going to be you, the ATM owner's responsibility. So what does that mean? A keypad goes out, you will give them a keypad, they will replace that keypad. Now, keep in mind, depending on the vaulter, that might be included in that transaction account that you're paying for, or it might be an extra. You will have to decide that, but clearly spell that out in your agreement. What happens if they have to install an upgrade? Let's say your ATM, just to give you an example, your ATM is an EMV upgraded, and now they have to install an EMV upgrade kit. Everybody's done that, but I'm just giving you an example. That would be time and material for them. So you would provide them with the upgrade kit. They would bill you on a per charge basis on doing that. Or a keypad goes down. This is not their responsibility. This is your responsibility. So depending on what you say in that agreement, you could clearly define, hey, this is maintenance, is part of this vault caching agreement, or this is an extra. So make sure you clearly define those little situations. Let's say you have a cellular modem and it goes out. Is that defined in your maintenance? You have to define that and clearly spell that out, because sometimes it gets very sticky. When you hire a vaulter, you say, well, I thought you were going to do that. They said, no, that's not our responsibility. And now you're left with a challenge. So make sure you clearly define that when you hire a vaulter. And point number 5, this one's a big one. What is the response time? Is it going to be 4 hours? Is it next day? Is it 24 hours? Is it 48? What's their response time? And along with that, what's their cash threshold? Some people feel that, you know what, there's 300 hours in the ATM, that's enough. And then when it goes out, then it goes out and they'll respond in 24 to 48 hours. Other people say, look, I need a minimum of $700, $800 in the ATM. I don't want it to run out that day. I want to make sure when we hit those cash thresholds that you're going to put put more money in the ATM. So one of the clearly things that you have to define is when you hit a cash threshold, what's their level of response time? Are they going to respond within 24 hours when it hits, let's say, that $500 mark, and clearly put in? We hired a vaulter. They only put $500 in the ATM. That's all they did. So 2 transactions, boom, it was out, or 2 or 3, it was out of money. And then it sat empty for 2 or 3 days. We quickly learned that, you know what, we need minimums when you deal with somebody. So make sure that you set all that up in the beginning, because last thing you want to do is take an ATM that's out of you can service it, you hire a vaulter, and then they don't live up to your expectations of how you would do business if that was your ATM that you were servicing. So make sure you clearly define that in the agreement before you hire them. Spell it out, even just put it on a piece of paper and say, hey, we agree upon these terms, and then that way you're all on the same page. All right, so if you're thinking about starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to our free checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist, the 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business, so you can start earning passive income, make more money for your family, and spend more time with them also. If that sounds like something that's interesting to you, click the link down below and start your ATM journey today. Again, this is Phil from the ATM Mastermind group page, where we buy your freedom at 1 transaction at a time. Thank you guys for making us #1 on YouTube, and I'll see you over at the next ATM Mastermind video.